Hello everyone, it's ArtsyTashann here. I know that I said last week I'd be doing Saturn, but something else came up. The image you see me tracing over is a pretty old drawing I did of two jellyfish, day and night, that I wanted to refine to become a poster in the future. It took me a while before I found that I liked the shape of the head of the jellyfish and getting the tendrils to look flowing and natural. One of the things that I really wanted to put in the new version is frills on the tendrils, kind of like the sea nettle jellyfish or the sea snake jellyfish. Most of this drawing was just following the original as I drew it. I already did all of the hard work, choosing the shapes, color schemes, and position, so now all I had to do was add more definition to make it look good on a poster. By this point in the drawing, I was already much happier with the way it was coming along. I liked the shapes and the greater presence the jellyfish had in the whole piece. I think in the original, I didn't really like how the bubbles came out because it felt like they were just a filler, like the jellyfish themselves weren't taking up enough space. The colors were terribly difficult, however, especially on the night jellyfish. I had a hard time blending everything and making it look cohesive. I told myself to just trust the process a lot throughout this piece, but I found it increasingly difficult to trust my own process. I ended up deciding that the glowing frills were just too much against the darker background. They distracted a lot from the main piece, and I ended up changing them after telling myself to just trust the process a million more times. One of my favorite parts of this whole drawing really is the organs of the jellyfish. They remind me of a Vincent van Gogh painting in a way, and it's a small detail that I think really makes a big difference. It was around this point that I figured out that the glowing frills really just were not working for me. Against the dark background, they felt super out of place and I really didn't like them anymore, so I changed them to be much more toned down. At this point in the drawing, things were almost finished. I added the glow to the jellyfish and started throwing in the sparkles which were in the original. In this version, I decided not to add the bubbles because I felt like they more distracted from what the drawing has become. I feel like in this new version, the bubbles aren't really needed. I like the way that the jellyfish really filled the space this time. And then it was just adjusting everything to make sure I really liked it, and adjusting a few of the small details that I found were distracting even though nobody would ever notice them. Throwing on my signature was the very last step, and this version was done. Now, let's move on to the sun version. I essentially duplicated my original drawing and started playing with the layer settings to change the colors as I needed. Getting purple to be orange was incredibly difficult, and I spent way too long trying to get it to be that. After getting the colors where I thought they needed to be, it was relatively simple. Just touching up a few things that I thought felt off, making sure all of the details were continuous, and adding the sun detail. I was able to just copy and paste the sparkles from the original and put them in here in the exact same way, which really kept the continuity and symmetry between the two images. And here is the final sun version. I'm very happy with the way this came out, the night version as well. And with that, here's a little bonus. Just for you special people who stuck around to the very end, here is a yin and yang of the night and day jellyfish. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.